Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you like this episode, please remember to hit the like button and leave a comment or two, then subscribe and click on the bell to receive notifications of whenever we release new videos. Also, please remember to share them to your social media.
Welcome back to Scary Bear Attacks. Today's episode transports us to the quiet, forested community of West Milford, New Jersey, a place where the lines between human civilization and untamed wilderness blur. Surrounded by towering oaks, maples, and the shimmering waters of High Crest Lake, this picturesque town might seem like the perfect place to escape the chaos of modern life, but beneath its peaceful facade, something darker lurks in the dense woods. Black bears are no strangers to these parts. Residents of West Milford have grown accustomed to spotting them from time to time, wandering through their backyards, or rummaging through their trash bins. Yet even in an area where nature and neighborhoods overlap, there are encounters that shake people to their core, moments where the wild reminds us of its raw, uncontrollable power. Today we'll dive into one such encounter that left a lasting mark on a family and an entire community. Ronald Jelinek was an 82-year-old retired local who spent his days enjoying the peace and tranquility of suburban life. Ronald had lived in West Milford for years, sharing his home with his beloved dog. He'd built his life here, embracing the town's slower pace. Friends and family described Ronald as a kind, thoughtful man who was deeply connected to his community. On the night of July 24, 2020, Ronald's usual routine was disrupted in the most terrifying way imaginable. Like most nights, Ronald took his dog for a short walk before settling in for the evening. Little did he know his decision to leave the garage door open for just a few minutes would lead to an encounter that would forever change how he viewed the place he called home. As Ronald made his way back to his home, he felt something strange in the air. Maybe it was the stillness, or perhaps it was the deepening shadows that stretched out across his driveway. In any case, he hurried his pace, unaware that danger was already lurking inside his garage. When Ronald rounded the corner and caught sight of the garage, his blood ran cold. The dim light from inside cast eerie shadows, but one shadow in particular wasn't like the others. It moved. There, standing behind his refrigerator, was a bear. Not just any bear. This one had the look of a creature that had grown accustomed to human food, making it bolder than most. In a moment that seemed to stretch out for an eternity, Ronald froze. He could feel the hairs on the back of his neck stand up as the bear, startled by his sudden presence, turned toward him. For a split second their eyes met, and Ronald could see the wild hunger in the animal's gaze. Then, without warning, the bear lashed out, swiping at his face with one powerful paw. Ronald stumbled backward, his hand flying to his face where blood began to pour from deep gashes. The pain was sharp, but the adrenaline coursing through his veins kept him on his feet. He knew he had to get away, had to put distance between himself and the predator before it could strike again. Somehow, in the chaos, Ronald managed to retreat, backing out of the garage as the bear, momentarily distracted, turned its attention back to the refrigerator. It had been after the food all along. The bear's claws had left deep wounds on Ronald's face that would later require over 30 stitches to close. His heart raced as he realized just how close he'd come to being killed. The garage, his garage, a place that had always been a mundane part of his daily life, had become a battleground between man and beast. As Ronald was rushed to the hospital for treatment, authorities were called in to handle the situation. West Milford police arrived quickly, and the New Jersey Division of Fish and Wildlife soon set up a trap in the High Crest Lake area, where the bear had been spotted multiple times over the course of the week. The neighborhood was on edge, with many wondering if the bear would return before it was captured. The following Tuesday, the trap was successful. The bear was caught, and after careful consideration, the decision was made to euthanize it. The bear had become too comfortable around humans, posing a serious risk to public safety. Though it stood only 5 feet tall when on its hind legs, small for a black bear, it had developed a pattern of breaking into homes and raiding food supplies. In the eyes of the Department of Environmental Protection, it was only a matter of time before someone else got hurt. It was acting out of human-habituated motives and wasn't protecting itself or cubs. Speaking of cubs, our Cub Tier membership on Patreon, link below, will give you ad-free early access to our episodes. For just $3 per month, you can help us continue to bring you stories of survival and suspense like this one. As for Ronald, he was fortunate. After receiving over 30 stitches to close the wounds on his face, he returned home to recover, but the emotional scars of that night would take much longer to heal. Ronald declined to comment on the attack, perhaps wanting to put the terrifying ordeal behind him. The incident sparked a heated debate in the community. Could this terrifying encounter have been prevented? Some, like West Milford Police Chief James DeVore, believe that Ronald's decision to leave his garage door open was the key factor that led to the attack. After all, the bear had been lured inside by the smell of food. Keeping food in the garage, combined with the open door, had created the perfect storm for a bear encounter. Others, however, see a bigger issue at play. Cody McLaughlin, the executive director of the New Jersey Outdoor Alliance, argues that the state's black bear population has reached dangerous levels. He cites the West Milford attack as proof that there are simply too many bears, leading them to encroach on human spaces in search of food. The Alliance has been pushing for a reopening of state lands to hunters, especially as bear complaints have skyrocketed in recent years. In fact, records show that bear-related complaints in New Jersey had jumped by 62% in 2020 compared to the previous year. The debate surrounding the state's bear population management rages on, with hunters and environmentalists clashing over how to keep bears and people safe. Could stricter wildlife management policies have prevented the attack on Ronald Jelinek? Or was it simply an unfortunate consequence of living in such close proximity to wild animals? And what of the bear? Was its death inevitable, or was it merely doing what any wild animal would do, seeking out food in a world where its natural habitat is shrinking? This encounter leaves us with more questions than answers. Have bear populations reached a tipping point? Should homeowners in bear-prone areas be more cautious, or is this responsibility on the state to take action? What do you think? I will gladly read or reply to your thoughts, so please post them in the comments section below, and let's talk about it.
Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you've enjoyed this episode, please consider clicking on the like button and clicking on the bell icon. We'll help you know when we post our new episodes. Posting our video links to your social media profiles furthers awareness, and it's fun. We slashed our prices in our merch store, linked below, so check out the bargains there while you shop. As a member of our human community, remember to adventure bravely and be careful out there, especially in bear country.